If you could grant your loved ones a single wish, like just one thing, what would it be?
I mean, most people would say happiness, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Happiness is always the top answer. But the thing is, the way we usually define it is completely wrong.
Totally wrong.
Right. So today we are looking at this really fascinating 2026 article from Psychology Today.
Oh, it's such a great read.
It really is. It's called The Price of Happiness, and it's by psychiatrist Dr. Demetrios Satiris. And our mission for this deep dive is to basically uncover why our standard blueprint for a happy life is flawed.
Yeah, and why our own brains are, like, actively fighting against our satisfaction.
Exactly. And we're going to figure out what the actual price is that we have to pay to achieve lasting fulfillment. Because it's not what you think.
No, not at all. And we're going to be looking at some really surprising data to prove why the traditional hustle just, well, why it doesn't work.
Right. Like we've got surveys of decamillionaires and doctors, and it's pretty eye-opening.
It is. I promise by the end of this deep dive, you will have a completely new science-backed framework for evaluating your life choices.
Because we really can't figure out how to be happy if we don't even know what the word means, you know?
Right.
Like when most people say happiness, they mean a really fleeting feeling.
Yeah, like eating a great meal or taking a vacation.
Exactly. It's that quick hit of joy. But Dr. Soteris points out that from a psychological standpoint, that's not what we actually want for our lives.
No, what we're really talking about is Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia.
Eudaimonia. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, so eudaimonia isn't about chasing a temporary high. It's this enduring sense of fulfillment.
Right.
It stems from living a meaningful life, knowing who you are, and pursuing goals that are actually aligned with your core values.
So it's dupper than just feeling good on a Tuesday.
Much deeper. In the article, Dr. Satiris actually shares this great quote from Aristotle. He said, happiness is the meaning and purpose of life, the whole aim and the end of human existence.
Wow, the whole aim and the end of human existence.
Exactly.
So it's the difference between like eating a piece of candy for a quick sugar rush versus eating a really nutritious meal that sustains you all day.
Oh, that's a perfect way to put it. Yeah, the candy is the quick dopamine hit, but the meal is eudaimonia.
Right, and having that deeper meaning is what keeps those really dark existential questions at bay, doesn't it?
100%.
Like those 3 a.m. thoughts of, who am I without my career? Or what is the purpose of my life?
Yeah, if you only have the candy, those questions will completely crush you. You need that structural integrity of a meaningful life to withstand the hard times.
But wait, if eudaimonia is the true goal, why does modern society tell us something completely different?
Well, society pushes status symbols.
Right. Like, just make a boatload of money, get a fancy title, maybe get a bunch of Instagram followers, and you'll be happy.
And the data proves that is a massive trap.
Okay, but look, Dr. Satiris admits he comes from humble beginnings. He knows the value of a dollar. And let's be real. Surely having millions of dollars makes you somewhat happier, right? Like it solves a lot of problems.
Alleviating poverty absolutely improves your well-being. But there's a Harvard Business School study on millionaires that kind of shatters the whole money equals peace myth.
Oh, the one about the decamillionaires?
Yes. They surveyed decamillionaires, so people with a net worth of $10 million or more.
$10 million. That is just wild to me.
Right. And they found that even these decamillionaires believed they needed more money to increase their happiness.
Wait, really? Someone with $10 million is looking at their bank account and feeling like it's not enough.
Exactly. The goalpost just keeps moving.
That is insane.
And it's not just money, it's professional prestige, too. The burnout and depression statistics in high-status fields are alarming.
Oh, the medical and legal stats in the article. Yeah, let's talk about those.
Right. So a 2025 survey showed that 45.2% of physicians are burned out.
Almost half of our doctors are running on fumes.
Yeah. And then a 2016 survey of attorneys showed 21% engaged in problematic drinking
Wow.
and 28% experienced depression symptoms.
That's incredibly sad. And there was a dental stat too, right?
Yes, a 2021 survey revealed that 54% of dentists are at a medium or high risk for depression.
More than half. So the smartest, most successful people are miserable.
What's fascinating here is that even acquiring dream possessions, like a bigger house or a fancy car, it just leads to envy.
Right, because someone else always parks a nicer car next door.
Exactly. The shine always fades. Status symbols are a trap because they rely on comparison.
So if having $10 million doesn't fix it, and being a top-tier doctor or lawyer doesn't fix it, there has to be a biological reason we can't just be happy.
There is, and this is a major revelation from the article. From an evolutionary perspective, your brain's job is not to make you happy.
It's not.
No, its job is to keep you dissatisfied.
Wait, our brains actually want us to be dissatisfied?
Yes, it's called the scarcity mentality. For our ancestors, being chronically dissatisfied promoted survival.
Oh, because if they were totally content, they'd stop looking for food.
Exactly. It motivated them to accumulate resources to survive, barren, precarious periods.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. It's almost like our brain is a smartphone operating system that was programmed a million years ago.
Oh, I like that analogy.
Right, like it's constantly running these background checks for threats and resource shortages, and that background app is just completely draining our modern happiness battery.
That is exactly what's happening. We are living in a world of abundance, but our brains are wired for absolute scarcity.
So we are basically fighting our own biology.
We really are.
So if society is lying to us about status, and our biology is actively fighting our fulfillment, how do we fight back?
Well, this is where Dr. Satira says we have to, quote-unquote, pay the price.
The price of happiness.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He outlines a three-part price required for true eudaimonia.
Okay, what's the first part?
First, you have to counterbalance your brain's worst-case scenario programming.
By doing what? Just trying to be positive.
Through consistent mindfulness and gratitude.
Yeah.
You have to actively focus on present blessings rather than constantly stressing over future goals.
Got it. So manually overriding the scarcity app.
Exactly. Manually overriding the system.
Okay, and the second part?
The second part is prioritizing relationships over status symbols.
Right, because the status symbols are a trap.
And we have the data to prove relationships are the key. There's the longest-running study on happiness, the Harvard study, which Dr. Robert Waldinger talked about in a 2016 TEDx talk.
Oh, I've heard of that one. They followed men for, what, over 75 years?
Yes, and the data is clear. Good quality relationships are what actually keep us healthier and happier.
So sacrificing your loved ones for promotion just leaves you empty.
It mathematically guarantees you will be unhappy. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so the third part. This was honestly the biggest aha moment for me in the whole article.
The paradox of pain.
Yes. It's so counterintuitive. Dr. Atstira says you must actually embrace life's pain points.
People falsely assume that happiness means a life completely devoid of suffering.
Right. We think if we're happy, we never get stressed or frustrated.
But that's just not true. Deep meaning and pain are completely entangled.
The examples he used were so relatable, like the dream house comes with unexpected repair frustration.
Exactly. The basement floods, the roof leaks.
And the spouse you love is the exact person you're going to argue with the most.
Right. The friction is just part of the intimacy.
Oh, and the kids example. Raising children is so profoundly meaningful, but they are also a source of massive worry.
They will keep you up at night, pacing the floor. Happiness and pain cannot be separated.
They're a package deal.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, recalibrating our expectations to actually include suffering is the ultimate key to Aristotle's eudaimonia.
You have to expect the friction.
You do.
Yeah.
If you don't, every little obstacle will feel like a catastrophic failure of your happiness.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Well, true happiness isn't a fleeting feeling.
No.
And it isn't hitting a certain net worth, and it definitely isn't a life completely free of stress.
Not at all.
It's found in aligning your values, building deep relationships, and accepting that meaningful things come with built-in challenges.
I actually want to leave you with a final thought to mull over today, building on this idea of pain points.
Yeah, please do.
Think about the biggest source of frustration or worry in your life right now. The thing really stressing you out.
Okay.
Instead of seeing it as a barrier to your happiness, ask yourself, is this frustration actually the shadow of something deeply meaningful to you?
Oh, wow.
If you were to magically remove the pain, would you also be erasing a relationship or a goal that fundamentally defines who you are?
That is such a powerful reframing. It completely changes how you look at a bad day.
It really does.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the true price of a life well lived.
That was a great discussion.
Before you jump into your next task, take a moment to manually override that ancient operating system. Take a mindful breath, appreciate the present moment, and we will catch you on the next deep dive.